How's it going, fam? I think it's time we had a conversation. A couple of things I want to talk to you about tonight. Hopefully, I don't forget them all. But I assume you know what's been going on. We have two weird major things happening. One is this young man who shot the CEO of United Healthcare and murdered him, if you want to use that word. And that's a whole can of worms. The other thing we got to talk about is all these UAP, UFO drone sightings that are happening. We're going to talk a little bit about the election and our government. We'll start with the first part. We'll start with that killing. And can't really talk about the killing without talking about healthcare in America. America is one of the only developed nations without a single-payer universal healthcare. I've talked to people from countless other countries. They all are appalled at what's going on. Their view is that they didn't know things were this bad for us in America. They didn't know that we didn't have healthcare. Some countries, like Cuba, people go down there for the healthcare. They move down there just so they can get free healthcare. Not free healthcare, of course. You know, it's nothing's done for free. Someone's got to be sewing things up and, you know, buying medicine. Because we rely on money. Money is our method of transfer. If I want something and someone else has it, they don't want what I got, then we got to have a medium. And that's what money is. And money is supposed to affect easier transfer of that wealth. Okay. The wealth in the world, why are we given this world? Why are we on this world? We're not on this world to accumulate as much gold as possible. I can tell you that. Jesus tell you that. But we're in a fix. We're in a fix over here. Things are not okay. The system we have is no good. And the people that we have elected to run the government for the past however many years are criminals. All of them. They're criminals in the sense that they've all done dirty things that they hide. And when we catch them on, they they deny it. I didn't do it. It strikes me as interesting that every person we put on trial pleads not guilty. Not every person, of course, but all the big ones, all the people we know they did it. We know Luigi did it. He told us he did it. He wrote a manifesto saying he did it. But the lawyer is saying, I need the evidence. Because that's our court. That's our rule of law. And they're going to play that as hard as they can. They're going to hit that rule of law as hard as they can to get him off, like OJ. Get him off like Daniel Penny. I'm not even going to touch Daniel Penny tonight. But we've elected mobsters to run our government. Right? We got the richest man in the world cozying up to the president, acting like he's in charge. That's a problem. That's a problem. They want to cut all of our regulations, right? And they say, it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit them. All their money is going to grow and grow and grow, and they're going to steal from us, and they're going to hoard as much wealth as possible. And so Luigi took matters into his own hand. He knew our system. You know, he's seen protests. He's seen occupations, Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Seattle. Those didn't help anything. They were a flash in a pan. They were there for a minute and then poof, they're gone. Nothing's changed. Is it wrong to kill someone? Well, yeah, we'd all say it's wrong to kill someone, right? Well, what about war? What about wars? What about the death penalty that America used till like the 70s? What about when self-defense, right? We rationalize killing is okay in some level. And it's not. The Bible doesn't say you shouldn't murder. It says thou shalt not. Maybe Luigi's going to hell. That's his punishment for what he did. Why are we punishing him when we've got an entire government, bureaucratic elected officials making $180,000 a year for the rest of their life because they serve one term? who were already millionaires before they got that position. Why are we electing millionaires? Why is anyone who's leading us millionaires? That is a service job. Those people should be paid a universal basic income and serve the people, not getting on Twitter and get Twitter's graveyard is what I call it, because it is a graveyard at this point. Okay? Not getting on the social medias and lobbing out disinformation and trying to stir up feelings. Left, right, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, leftist, socialist, communist, capitalist. These are all just labels, guys. They're all just labels they put on you. Talk to anyone for long enough and say, I'm a socialist. And they go, oh, you believe in socialism? What do you believe? And they'll tell you, oh, that's not what socialism is. We can't agree on what these fucking words mean. Why are we letting them define us by it, divide us, and conquer us? Divided we fall, united we stand. Now is the time that we need to band together. We need to find commonalities with the people who know that this system's fucked and know that voting is not going to fix it. I don't think voting, I think voting's a fraud. I think they take your vote, they put it in a little black box, and it's gone. You can't prove to yourself or anyone else who you voted for. That's a problem. I can take my phone and take a check and deposit a check and have it go in a bank account in the Swiss Cayman Islands. I don't know if the Cayman Islands are in the Swiss banks or the Cayman Islands, wherever these rich motherfuckers put their money to avoid taxes. I could do that with my phone. Why can't I use my phone to vote? I'll log in with my social. Oh, you can give out your social? Well, why? The only people who know my social is the government and me. And that's more dangerous than anything else. Because if someone else stole my ID and the government says, oh, that's the right person, that's not you, what recourse do I have? I say, that's my social. They go, no, that's his social. They own the system. They own all the methods that I can complain and seek grievances. Constitution says when your government don't let you seek redress for grievances anymore, time to take matters in your own hand. That's why we have a Second Amendment, folks. So Luigi did this. Oh, and it happened the same week as Daniel Penny's trial, which is a coincidence. One guy kills someone, it's okay. Another person kills someone, it's not. What did Jordan Neely do? I said I wasn't going to touch Daniel Penny. Oh my God. What did Jordan Neely do? He was upset. He was hungry. He was beaten down by the system. He was homeless. He was on a subway. He's telling people, I want to die. I don't even want to live anymore. This system sucks so fucking bad. You're going to kill me, kill me. What he wanted was someone to give him some food. Okay? What he wanted was someone to sit down and show him a little bit of fucking human compassion instead of looking at him like a piece of shit. And instead, he got a guy who put him in a chokehold. A trained Marine who should know how to give a chokehold without killing someone. Okay? Choked this guy for 3 to 5 minutes. He passed out. He went unconscious. He kept choking him. After he released, the guy evacuated his bowels. That's what you do when you die. Oh, the police showed up. We think he still had a pulse. There's no machine that measured that. There's no documentation of that. They didn't do CPR on his mouth because they were afraid of getting AIDS. Pretty sure we have those little plastic things you can put on and give someone mouth to mouth without getting AIDS. But they didn't care about this guy's life enough to even try. Okay? And then Daniel Penny gets off. Oh, that's an okay killing. It was the danger of what this guy's doing. Okay, well, let's look at Brian Thompson. Okay? Who instituted an AI to automatically deny 90% of claims because it was efficient and saved them money. That's why. That's why our healthcare costs so much. That's why our shit costs so much. Does it cost $800 for a pill? No. The pharmacists are buying them for $3 each. They mark them up thousands of percentage. Why? Because they control everything. Oh, you're going to buy your medicine from Canada? They'll put you in jail. That's a problem. Healthcare is a universal basic human right. Okay? Everyone deserves to live healthy and happy. The things that promise us in the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, okay? Those two documents, the things that are promised in there, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, well, life includes health. Because when your health goes down to zero, you're dead. Okay? And we have these hospitals and things set up all over the place. But because of our greed, our system of greed, and our capitalist system of who dies with the most toys wins, these people are taking their money. They're living in their fucking mansions. They're flying around the world. You're going to save the world by recycling and driving an electric car? They're driving planes that do thousands times more pollution. We're not going to get into climate. That's a different video. All right? Brian Thompson was killing people. He was murdering people by omission, if you want to call it that. He enabled a function that stopped people from getting medicine that they were paying for. Why do we pay these premiums and the co-pays and on top of everything? Why do we pay so much money into this system and billions of it just goes into these people's pockets? Okay? It's a problem. And now these people are leading the country. And sure, they promise us it's going to be good. They promise us they're going to do it for us. I don't think Donald Trump made good on any of his promises. Maybe one or two. None of the ones that I remember. No fucking wall never got built. Mexico didn't pay for no wall. Everything he did, he doubled back on. Not everything, of course. I'm sure, he got some things done, but I know he got some things done. But were they good? No, he decimated our government. He chopped it up into pieces. He took out big chunks. And then Biden's administration, they've just been chuckle fucks for the past 4 years. And now we got Trump going back in there to finish the job. With Elon Musk, his efficiency expert at his side. Oh, and Vivek Ramaswamy. Let's not forget Vivek Ramaswamy. This guy killed someone, and that's bad. But isn't it more bad what the healthcare industry is doing? The new CEO, they replaced the CEO in a day. If you can replace a CEO in a day, then I guess they're expendable, aren't they? They're just as expendable as you or I. In these people's eyes. So what do we do? People online getting upset, having fights. People who support him are being attacked by people who don't. They say, "No, you're willing to murder," right? People say, "Well, look, if we don't get their change, then someone else will die." That's not really a good situation to be in. I don't think anyone who's sane wants to be murdering people. They shouldn't. But what choice do we have? What choice did the slaves have? They had their only choice was kill their owner. Try and get away until slavery was repealed. But now everyone's a slave, unless you got money. We got people scamming people for money, the Tinder swindler, and they turn it into consumer fetish shit for us, guys. It's fetish consumerism, consumer fetishism. Okay? They turn us into consumers. We don't care about a thing. We just want the product. So it's not good this guy killed. But it's also not good what's happened on the other side of it. And now the world knows what's going on because of it. I thank Luigi because he stepped up. He did the thing. He was what's the movie where he stands up 300? Right? I am Spartacus. It's not Spartacus, this was that one, but I thought there was a scene in that in 300 as well. But I am Spartacus, right? Who's the real Slim Shady? He stood up. And they're trying to denigrate him. They threw him in jail, and even the prisoners are like, let this dude go. Do I think he committed a crime? Yes. But are our laws just? Fuck no. Thomas Jefferson said, the tree of freedom, I think it's the tree of freedom must be occasionally watered with the blood of violence. That's the founding father, guys. That's our country was founded on. That's why they put the Second Amendment in the fucking Constitution. We need to band together. That's the solution. We need to band together, and we need to come up with a better system than they got. Someone needs to plug it into AI and have AI create a healthcare system and create a government system, and we need to supplant what is currently there. Because if we don't, then they're going to install what they want. Is it going to be a fight? It's going to be a fight. We waited too long. We're way too late for this. It's going to be tooth and nail, and they're going to make it that way. Hopefully not. I would like to see us get the same quality of life that is in every other advanced country that we're in without having to pull another trigger. But we have a government that supports Israel, and Israel is waging a campaign of genocide and war. And you may disagree with the term genocide, but they are killing millions of people. They are killing innocent people. They're killing children. They're killing women. They're killing young men. They're killing old men. Killing old women. They're killing babies and infants and dogs and cats and turtles and fish and whatever other pets they got. They're bombing the shit out of it. If you're familiar with Dresden, Slaughterhouse 5, Kurt Vonnegut, he describes the horrors that he's seen. That's what they're doing. And now they're doing it to Syria. And what's their excuse? Well, some bad shit was done to them. Does that give them the right to do bad shit, worse shit to other people? It's the same reason we're upset at Hamas, right? Because, on October 6th or October 10th or whenever it was, Hamas attacked Israel. The reason Hamas attacked Israel is because for 30 years, Israel had been pushing it into a corner. Very slowly doing what they're doing now, just not to the degree. Did you guys know in the 1990s, there was a girl named Rachel Corrie, went to Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington. She was a peace activist. She was a pacifist, nonviolent activist. Flew all the way over to the Gaza Strip, where they were just starting to tear it apart, take it apart piece by piece. She went out there, and there was a bulldozer that was going to bulldoze the Palestinian villages or whatever they were trying to protect. And she stood in front of that bulldozer, and that bulldozer ran her over. That was an American student who was killed 30 years ago by this group. And they kept doing it to Palestine. They kept doing it to Palestine. And finally, Palestine got pissed off, and they formed some rebel insurgents. And they went, and they're like, we're going to blow up their shit. We're going to try and affect change by blowing up their shit. And that caused a war that we see now. So that tells us the answer is not to go blow up shit and kill people. It's only going to cause the government, who has way more guns, let's face it, to come down harder on us. What we need to do is create the system, use the communication tools that we have, and get it out there and get it right. Have the experts weigh in on it. All right? And if we can make new systems and we can implement them, great. But we still got all these rich people with money. What do we do about that? I don't know. Are they just gonna stop being selfish and greedy? Probably not. We're gonna have to back them into a corner. It's chess. This is the fifth dimensional chess that y'all say Trump's been playing, right? I say y'all, and people have been saying. So we need to come together, guys. We need to come together. Someone's died. Do I give, am I sad for that person? I'm sad in the sense that someone I didn't know fucking died. He died quickly. It wasn't like a hostage situation or whatever. It was over before the guy knew it. He didn't suffer. Not like all those people on healthcare who didn't get their medications because of his algorithm. Okay? If we allow the buffer between his algorithm killing people and it being his responsibility, what does that say about us? Second thing we need to talk about is these drones, guys. 10-foot drones flying around over Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, LA, Missouri, Maryland, I think Wyoming and Wisconsin. I saw some. There's even reports in the UK. I've had people in the UK tell me that they're seeing them too, but their reporters ain't writing about them. These things could be all over the world. The U.S. government has said they don't know what they are, and they've said they're not ours. Could the U.S. government be lying? Sure. But why would they do this Why would they do it so broadly? It don't make no sense. To me, there's three possible options. The one is that these drones are the government doing some shit. Okay. Second option, all the way on the other side, aliens finally showed up. It makes sense with how violent of people we are that aliens would send drones first, honestly. You would assume from the conspiracy theories that their technology would be like super advanced or whatever, but maybe it's not. We don't know. These things they're seeing in the sky, some of them are 10 foot long, some of them are circular, some of them look like balls of light. I had a friend tell me she was looking at some, and then all of a sudden, above her, 10 feet above her head, there was a huge glowing ball. And it just disappeared. Didn't fly away, didn't pop, change into something else, cloak. It disappeared. We don't know what these things are. I saw a video earlier, it looked like maybe someone had shot down one or had crashed or something. I don't know. Bunch of trucks, huge, long cylinder off the side of the, in the middle of the highway. I'll have to go check that out after this, but these things are out there. We don't know what they are. People are starting to, we're going to shoot them down. Donald Trump said tonight we should shoot them down. I don't think that's a good idea, guys. If that's aliens, how do you think they're going to respond? They're either going to fuck off and leave, or they're going to come back harder. And if they got this technology that we don't understand and we can't catch, because every time they send a plane after it or a helicopter after it, the thing just goes dark and then disappears. They don't have the normal signature, electronic signature that the drones, the normal commercial drones and the military drones that we have, unless they have military drones that don't have that shit and they're not telling us. But again, why would they do this and then shoot their own drones down? That don't make any sense. Could false flag, they're trying to scare us into something? Could be. We're getting real close to getting fed up with this system, aren't we? Third option is maybe these things aren't aliens, and maybe they're not even us. It could be us. Could be that they created an AI that was going to run a fleet of drones, and now it's out of control. It's like Skynet. It's on its own. It's just doing its own thing. Maybe that's something they created and got out of control. Maybe it's something that the aliens put down here. Maybe it's fucking, this is how Jesus comes back as a robot. All these drones form together and Jesus' body comes back like a big mech. I don't know. Right? I don't even know if that shit's true. That's just what they tell us is going to happen, right? That's what we're supposed to believe. I have faith that Jesus is real. I have faith that there is a God. Beyond that, I don't know too much. And faith, what is faith? Faith is not a blind trust, but an acceptance. I accept that there's God. I accept that Jesus was real. I accept that he's going to come back if that's all true. How it's going to happen? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. But we got these things flying around and people want to shoot them down. I don't think that's a good idea. But either way, that's something that's going on. That's something going on that we cannot ignore. Our government, we always say, we have the best government. America's number one, and we've got, capitalism, the best form of economy. Well, if it is, then why don't we have all the good shit that other people have, huh? Capitalism is the best form of economy for the fucking people who have money. Capitalism sucks if you don't have money. Is socialism the answer? We just share everything? Well, no, because you have greedy fucks with $44 billion that, they amass the wealth of the world, and instead of helping the world, they buy a fucking speaker box. And then they take that speaker box and they espouse lies. Elon Musk lies and lies and lies. The dude is the Lord of lies. And he lies, he's real cagey, he's real smooth. Because he'll take a truth and flip it and put it out there. And then all his people eat it up and echo it. And that's their talking points. Twitter sucks. I never really used Twitter, but I use all the social medias. And man, you can't get engagement on Twitter unless you're willing to pay. But there's other social medias, and people are connecting on them. Most of the Trump supporters are sticking on Twitter. But you know what? They get bored on Twitter because everyone leaves because they don't want to be around all that vile shit. And so everyone leaves, and what do those Twitterites do? Well, they make new accounts and they come and they harass people. Right? These are the anti-AI bros who come up and, you used AI for a piece of art, so you're not really an artist. Who gets to choose who's a fucking artist, man? That's a self-expression of your soul. And if you like it, great. It's art. It's art if you think it's art. It's art if anyone else says it's art. Art doesn't have a definition. Someone put a banana taped to a wall and it made millions of dollars. The problem with art isn't AI. The problem with art is the people who will put a banana on a wall and sell it for $5 million, and the people who buy it for $5 million. These big tech corporations have had AI for years. They've had it before we had it. They didn't just make it available first thing. No, they had it on their own. They made sure it worked. Then they put it out. And why did they put it out? Because we're the product. Because now we're paying for usage on AI. We're paying for this. And people are upset, oh, AI takes too much environmental thing. Man, we need to stop worrying about the environment and start worrying about a lot of other things. The environment will take care of itself if we fix the rest of the shit. Now, will we avoid a catastrophe? I don't know, maybe not. There's cyclical catastrophes that happen throughout history. Every so often there's a flood. Every so often the poles on the planet shift and all kinds of crazy shit happens. It's in the records. We know it happens. We don't know what happens when it happens because the data from those times is gone. But we know some shit happened. We know some crazy stuff went down in the past. We know the planets used to be Pangea, right? The planets all used to be together, and now they're all far apart. That doesn't just happen without some floods and some tsunamis and some earthquakes and some thunderstorms, tornadoes. But whatever's happening with the cycle of the Earth, the cycle of the universe and the solar system, we're only making it worse by continuing to pollute the fish tank that we live in. So we need both. We need to look at the science of what's going on and understand it, and then use that to inform how we're going to move forward. Okay? Musk has said that things will be hard under their administration. So you're looking at hardship either way. And if you got to look at hardship, wouldn't you rather get what you want out of it? A single payer, universal health care? Me personally, I think we should have universal basic income for jobs that support universal human needs. Doctors. Doctors should get paid no matter what, so that they can always be available to take care of people. Nurses. Animal husbandry. Things to take care of animals. Farmers. All right? Conservationists, people who are working with the environment. These are all things we need, because if we lose the environment, we die. Musk wants to go up to Mars. There is nothing on Mars, guys. There's not even a bottle of water on Mars. Even if you could get there, the whole day, trip it would take to get there, or year it would take to get there. You got to fly through space for a whole fucking year and live in a space shuttle for a whole fucking year just to set foot on Mars. And when you get there, there's no soil, there's no water, and there's nothing to eat. You need to bring everything you need for the rest of your life on that spacecraft. Do you know how much dirt that is? Do you know how much that weighs? Elon Musk can barely get a rocket off the ground on his new tests. The shit blows up and returns back to the Earth, which is a huge waste of money and a huge pollution on the environment, by the way. Because I doubt he is going back and picking up all those pieces. Mars isn't our answer. If we go to Mars before we figure out how to be a paradise and a peaceful and a utopia on Earth, we're just gonna have Mars and Earth fighting with each other, right? We need to stay on Earth and figure this shit out. In order to figure shit out, we need to band together. We need to find commonality. When you disagree with someone about something, take a step back and say, what do you mean? When you say you're a socialist, what does that mean to you? And they say it, and you go, well, look, I thought socialism, as I grew up, this is how I learned it, socialism is this. And then both of you go look at the definition. Look at a couple definitions. Use Merriam-Webster, use dictionary.com. Check out Urban Dictionary and see the different ways that people define these words to cut you off and apart from each other, to separate us. We don't need any more division. We need unity. And we need to come together as a proletariat, as a working class. That's the only thing that's going to do it, because the only people who don't want to do that are the people who have money. And why don't they want to do it? They don't want to fucking share. That's it. As kids, aren't we told to share? Isn't that what we're taught? And then we grow up and fucking throw it out the window. We got pedophile rings, 500,000 missing children that are unaccounted for. Now, I don't think that accounts for the extra 250,000 children that just go missing. They have 500,000 children that they had registered that they don't have anymore. Where are they, guys? 500,000 fucking kids. Where do you think they're going? Who do you think is buying and selling these children? It ain't the people with no money, is it? No, it's Diddy. And it's Epstein. And it's all the people on his thing. Oh, and Trump, who's been to Epstein Island multiple times. Oh, he's going to release the Epstein files? You think he's not going to scrub his name from that thing first? If he had him, why didn't he release him now? Why is he going to wait till the 20th? Because then he's in power and we can't do shit about it. I don't want Trump as president. I think we should have had what France had, have a no confidence vote in our government. If that was a third option, if you say, okay, you can have Kamala, or you can have Trump, or you can say both these options suck, let's try again. That's what France did. That's what we should do. Because I have no confidence in my government. And I served in the military. I love this country. I love the people in it. I don't want to leave and go to another country. I don't want to leave and go to another planet. I want to fix shit here, but I got no power to do it. I know you don't either. And the people who do have power, they don't give a shit. United Healthcare put out the new CEO of United Healthcare put out a little memo that said, we're gonna, we want to look and we want to see what we can do and make things better. And all the comments on it are ripping them apart, saying they want better. United Healthcare doesn't want to get on social media. They don't want to engage with the public. Well, if they don't want to engage with the public, then they don't really hear what we say. And if they don't really hear what we say, then they're insulated from us. And if they're insulated from us, then there is no connection. We call them for customer service. I say, I want to talk to the president. They put me on hold and I got to talk to a robot. Why? The president's getting paid millions of dollars, billions of dollars. He can't take the time out of his day to listen to his customers? That's bullshit. He shouldn't be allowed to be president. Donald Trump, when he's first running, he said, you're going to come to me and you're going to complain, oh, Mr. President. And he goes, I don't care. He told us that already, guys. And that's what we're walking into. We got to come together. We got to stop this bullshit bickering over stuff. We got to stop playing video games all the time and watching movies and TV all the time. And we need to start educating ourselves. Writing, getting new frameworks into play. Take the Constitution and make it better. Let's make a better Constitution and vote the whole thing in. Can we do it? I think so. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. Can we do it if we're fighting, leftist, rightist, retard, gay, faggot? No, we can't. No. Every person has value, except the people who don't want to have value, right? My anthropology teacher in college, I forget the last name, Sarah. She said, community is a group that agrees on a code of conduct, a social code. And to be a part of that community is to agree to that code of conduct. And to break that code of conduct, to ask to be an exception to the community, creates a vulnerability for the whole community. We don't have a community in our country. We've got a ruling class and a proletariat. Just like socialism. These rich, greedy motherfuckers controlling everything. When we complain, we protest, and they give us a little. Oh, here you go. Here's a little bit. I want the whole enchilada, guys. I want health care. I served in the military. Shouldn't I be able to get health care? I served the country. Shouldn't I be able to get health care? Oh, you got the VA. You can go to the VA. You ever been to a VA? You know how long it takes to get care? I was sick one time. I called the VA. They said we could see you in 3 months. I go, great. I'll either be better or dead. I'll go buy some over-the-counter medicine, deal with it that way. We can make these changes, guys. They've got more money than God, because God don't have no money. Just don't need no money in heaven. They got more money than God, and they're just hoarding it as if it's going to help them when shit falls apart. It's not. They're going to bunker up. And they're going to live out the rest of their life. And when they die, they won't care, because they'll be dead. And their children will get everything that's left. I don't think violence is the answer, but they're not giving us another choice. They haven't given us another choice until now. And we're at a clutch point, because how we move forward from here. If we move forward from here, if that second girl, the I forget her name, but Luigi, the second Luigi, yeah, right? What if instead of just yelling over the phone, she had actually decided to go shoot someone? What kind of situation would we be in? We'd be in martial law. They'd take our guns. Everyone's worried about them taking the guns. That's how they're going to take the guns. People just go capping people. The ruling class just starts getting capped here and there. They're going to take our guns. They're going to institute martial law. I don't think it's a good idea that we move in that direction. Will there be people who move in that direction regardless? Yes. Everyone's an individual. That's why these words, leftist, rightist, don't make no sense. We're individuals. We have nuanced opinions on things. It's hard to have a conversation when everyone's got nuanced opinions. The more people you have in the room that have nuanced opinion, the harder it is to agree on what to do, because none of you are using the same words the same way. Someone says a pint and they mean X liters, and someone says a pint and they mean Y liters. Someone says a pint and they mean a bottle, and someone else says a pint and they mean a cup. It's not the same thing. They're not using a standard definition that they've all agreed on. That's semantics. People go, oh, you're splitting hairs. Oh, that's just semantics. Semantics is the entire branch of philosophy that deals with that a word means a different thing to people unless they have a common context for it. Semantics is what we should be doing every time we enter a situation with someone where we don't understand what is going on, or they don't understand us, because you got to have that both ways communication. And if we can talk to each other, if we can get this, if we can work this out and find out what do we want, not with names. I want socialism. I want capitalism. Fuck it. Those words don't mean anything. Tell me, what does that mean? You want capitalism, right? What does that mean? Talk about what you want out of it. Oh, I don't want it to be communism because everyone's poor and there's no money. Okay, so you don't want to have nothing. You don't want to have all your stuff shared with everyone to the point you got nothing left. That's why socialism don't work. There's always going to be people who steal, and there's always going to be people who hoard. It's just life. For now. Maybe in utopia. I don't know. Right? But shit. It's cold out here. Communism is not the answer. Capitalism, obviously not the answer. Socialism, is that the answer? I don't think that's the answer either, guys. I subscribe to what's called the 2-cup theory, right? As if I have 2 cups, if I keep 2 cups with me wherever I go, then I meet someone who doesn't have a cup and I can share with them. Always drink with a friend. If everyone keeps 2 cups on them, then everywhere you go, there'd be too many cups. We'd never need to sell cups to each other, because everywhere you go, there'd be too many cups. And I think I don't know that that's the answer, but I think that's something. I think there's something there. If I have enough for me to be happy and one other person, then I can find a mate. I can find a friend. I can find someone to share with. Right? If say there's another person who's they got a family, I got a family. They got 2 people, I got 2 people. We come together. Well, now we got 16 cups. Wait, 2, 8 cups. Now we got 8 cups. Right? There's something to this concept. Does someone need 500,000 cups? No. We're taking the Earth's resources and we're making bullshit and we're wasting it, and it goes into fucking landfills. We need to be better. We were given a paradise. This Earth was a paradise when we first got here. And we've turned it into this, a concrete jungle where we sleep in the coffins of the dead trees that we cut down. And coffins made out of dead trees we cut down. It's not a good situation. We can make it better. We can use the outside. We can let people camp outside. We can let people go to a park. We can have compassion for each other, because that's what we need, is compassion for each other. A person without compassion is inhumane. And if they're inhumane, then they're not human. They're a demon. And if they're a demon, I'm not going to feel fucking bad about killing them. St. Thomas Aquinas said, an unjust law is no law at all. Jesus didn't follow the laws because they were unjust. That's why they crucified him. I think that's it. I'm going to end. I'm going to end there, guys. It's a lot of information. Go Google what's going on with these drones. Go Google what's going on with our government. Go look at the lies that these people are saying. Go on Twitter and look at something that Elon Musk posts, and then look it up yourself and look at the actual facts on it. And you'll find a bunch of facts don't add up. He lied about one big one, or he told one big truth and the rest is all lies. Donald Trump lies too. It's hard to even see through his lies because there's bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit. You don't even know when he's telling the truth or making something up or being the Joker. But we can't trust these people. Can't trust them as far as we can throw them. And the people who do trust them, that's the people who get invited to their mansions. That's a conflict of interest. Elon Musk is not a government official. He runs he's the richest person in country, at least, definitely in the country, maybe the world. All right? He's the richest person in the world. We're letting him run our government. We're letting him decide what's efficient for our government. Why? He can't even efficiently get a rocket to the fucking Mars. He has blown up more rockets. I don't know if he's blown up more rockets than NASA has, but he's definitely blown up. If you took X rockets, NASA blew up X rockets, Elon blew up X rockets, NASA accomplished way fucking more. Elon Musk is pushing this Neuralink. The animal abuse, the abuse the animals have suffered for him to implant these things into their fucking head and pull them out again and then throw away the corpse. It's not good. You want to see some heinous shit, go look at pictures of those animals that are online. Hundreds of them. This is not a good person to be emulating. The only reason people are emulating him is because he's rich. And you get to choose. You're all at a crossroads. You get to choose. What's more important? Your humanity? Being compassionate to your fellow man? Or money? You know what the answer should be.